I am a failure. Let me say that again. I am a failure as an advisor to my clients who are mostly millionaires. The thing about being a millionaire nowadays is that it's not uncommon. It's as common as having a degree. Most households already have like 2 or more real estate property by the time they are 40. And if you add that with your EPF balance, you're already a millionaire by asset value. Now, this is probably the first time you heard anybody confess openly to the public they are a failure. The fact is, most people spend lots of time and energy proving their worth to others. Most people very fragile, ego and pride keeps them from admitting their own failures and mistakes. For me though, as I get older, the wisdom grows and I'm more open to admitting my own blunders or even fails. Why? Because I don't need to actually prove anything to anyone anymore. There's always this negative connotation in admitting your own mistakes or failures, especially in an Asian society, and that really prevents us from taking chances to maximize our potential. In our mind, we think if there's no guarantee of success or we are uncertain if we are going to gain positive outcome from it, like losing money in investing or getting rejected by the opposite sex, voices in our head will actually stop us from doing that thing that we are thinking about. Now, everyone around us has expectation of us to be perfect, but the fact is nobody is perfect. But if I were to actually confess to you upfront that I failed, just like that, I have taken away all the power that you or other people have over my life, because there's nothing more you or any other people can take away from me. I've already admitted to your point. Yeah, you are right. I don't know. Let's assume you're right. You are correct. I'm a loser, I'm a failure, that you are better than me. So what's next? What do you want to do about it? You happy? An alternative way to hack your mind to not fear failure is this.
I'm obsessed with losing. I love losing because I know exactly what you're thinking about my loss, and I can't wait to stick it in your face when I come back. If you're scared of other people's opinion up on purpose, then everybody thinks you suck shit, then it's all upside.
Now, don't you agree with what Gary Vee just said? If yes, click like below. Often we want to compare ourselves against a family member, a relative, a friend, an ex-classmate, or even a colleague. But then again, on a subconscious level, we'll pick and choose people whom we know are not as good as us. So that makes us feel a lot better about ourselves. But the thing is, this is really pointless. Why don't you compare yourself to people like Bill Gates or Elon Musk? Because, when you compare yourself to them, then you've realized that most of us already fail anyways compared to these great icons or billionaires. And their success in the eyes of the society are 100,000 or even 1,000,000 times than what we could ever hope to achieve in our life. Now, that certainly makes what you are bragging or posting about on your social media pales in comparison. It's like only shock sindiri. And how you know? Maybe Bill Gates have failed, regrets in his life because maybe he only confessed to Melinda Gates for not building a Windows operating system that is stable enough before he stepped down as the Microsoft CEO. Or maybe Elon Musk still considers himself a failure because he is not able to colonize Mars before he turned 50. On the other hand, I see some financial bloggers or YouTubers out there think they are being very transparent by sharing to the world their 500,000 stocks investment portfolio success. They say, I've accumulated this over the past 10 years. But to a lot of high-income professionals, 500,000 ringgit of investment portfolio is really nothing, right? As they can actually easily earn that in just one single year. There's really nothing to shout about. The fact is, money and wealth is often what people feel compelled to show off in an egoistic or self-serving manner, so they can impress people who are younger, like fresh graduates or even strangers who are not as rich as them, to boost their own self-esteem. Now, if you're following some of these influencers, I understand that it's easy to feel that you are lagging behind, because now with all this social media, the moment people post a photo of them going travel to some exotic places and you wish that, if my life were like that. No, it's actually not. There's no need to feel lagging behind. Yes, in investment, financially, they might have a 50,000 investment portfolio, but consider these influencers that you look up to. They might be still living with their parents, they are not married, they are very single, no boyfriend, no girlfriend, and their favorite pastime hangout place is Lieu forum or playing Fortnite. So there's nothing really going on in their life except working in a job that they don't like. While you had your own home with a mortgage, you are married with 2 children, you are busy juggling between family family life and a career that you genuinely love to do. And I would consider you as a success in your own right. Even though you don't have like a 500,000 investment portfolio now, doesn't mean that you wouldn't be able to accumulate that going forward. There's no need to actually compare with all this because you don't know what the other person's story. Now, for example, even if I hit like 10,000 subscribers on CFO YouTube channel, there's really nothing to shout about. My channel is an absolute trash compared to million subs channel like Wang Mingzi, Namewee, or even Uncle Roger. The thing is, you have already failed. Me too. I have already failed. We have all failed. Everybody's failed. And at this point, it is really just about making the best of a bad situation. For example, I failed when I stock picked BlackBerry, at that time known as Research in Motion, more than 10 years ago. Now, the thing is, after I bought the stocks of this company, after I done the homework, despite of that, it still keep dropping like 30% or whatnot. That is where I know that it has dropped so much, I just had to sell call options to actually try to recoup my losses. Then I get more ambitious and try to recover my losses by buying put options. Now, that is actually similar like shorting the stocks. It's not unlike the GameStop saga, but in a more cost-effective manner. I use leverage because I was using call and put options. So the thing is, using this leverage strategy, I was able to recover my losses from 50% in the stocks to just about 8% of loss before I actually closed all my position and exited. So this is really a double-hedge strategy in the US stock market you can do, but you can't really do that in Malaysia. So what do you think? Not too shabby, yeah? You probably failed at something, say investing in the past, because that is not your strength. Say you are a creative person who really hate numbers, but you are a genius when it comes to coming out with abstract marketing ideas. You should really use your strength to really crush it in your job or in your business. Then just hire someone like an independent financial advisor like yours truly to advise you independently on how you could do better on your investment. By the way, link in the description below or in the upper right if you want to learn more on how you could actually engage an independent advisor to advise you to better your finances. Remember that your past investing failures will not define you. And if you have lost money before in investing, it's probably not your fault. It's not because you are dumb and because you are stupid. Like if you lost money in property investment, I want you to check out this video on why the property market in Malaysia is actually manipulated by invincible hands. And if you have lost money before in stocks investment, I want you to check out another video in the upper right on why value investing don't work anymore as you think it is going forward. Now there's no need to give too much credit to all those failures events in your life. Otherwise, you are letting these failures hinder you from achieving your potential. Now imagine if I were to get traumatized by a 50% loss in one of the first stocks that I bought after doing all very extensive homework. I still lose money, right? When I start to dabble in the stock market during the 2008 financial crisis. Can you imagine? Fast forward, I would be paralyzed from there on and I would not touch any form of investing again because for most people, they fear the failure, they think they're dumb, stupid, and then they will just stop there, right? The bad experience haunts them for life. And the thing is, if you don't invest, if I were like that, I would have lost out on 600 gains on this one single stocks that I bought in Bursa Malaysia, which I actually share with you the entire detail in the upper right hand corner. Check that out after this video. There are certain things in your life that you really have no control over, and if you are unable to control these things, there's really no point to lose sleep over it or think about it endlessly. And then for the things that are really within your control, it's about how you react to the mistakes or failures, and then do self-reflection, pick yourself up and keep going. Now most people think in their heads they are the main hero in this movie called life, where everyone is watching them, so they are very conscious, right? And then if I fail, what's other people going to think about me? But really, nobody is watching because everybody's busy with their own life. Everybody is concerned about whether they look good themselves or not, right? Really, it's ridiculous. Nobody is watching us as much as we thought. We are all just side characters, from a bigger perspective of things in the universe. In reality, failure may be the quickest way to success. Only truly successful people possess the humility, the courage, and the confidence to admit their shortcomings, receive constructive feedback, and subsequently better themselves over time. I think only people who are insecure, low self-esteem tend to argue and push their points so hard that they must be right in one way or another. Versus people like me. The thing is, you don't have to agree with what I'm sharing with you here. I'm just here to tell you about my observation. If you agree, good, or we could actually agree to disagree. I'm not here to prove that I'm always right. And the thing is, when you do not have anything left to prove to others or to impress others, that is how you know you are already a success in your own unique way. And do you know what is the other evidence to prove that you are already a success from the moment that you are born? I let again Gary Vee tell.
400 trillion to 1. The odds of becoming a human being. Your mom might have grabbed another glass of wine and you never would have been. You're more likely to win the lottery of over $100 million 9 times in your life.
So how else do you know you are a success? When you discover the term scammer or expose attached to your name as one of the most frequently searched phrases on Google or on YouTube. Now let me show you an example, right? Like a US multi-millionaire property guru called Grant Cardone. Now in Malaysian context, if you Google say multi-millionaire property guru Faizul Rizwan and you see the term scammer attached to the name, that's when you know you are a success. And then in Singapore, you see founder of Millionaire Value Investing Program Ken Chi, another multi-millionaire investing guru. He is definitely a success. Now on the contrary, when you search for CF Lieu, nobody searches for CF Lieu. Oh, wait a minute, actually got Hey, but nobody search for CF Lieu expose or CF Lieu scammer. I'm not even sure why my name is associated with StashAway. I'm not a staff. I didn't actually promote anything from StashAway. So bottom line, as you can see, I'm still a failure. So yeah, like Elon Musk said, get back to work. Get back to work. After he became one of the wealthiest person in the world in 2021. So subscribe and hit on the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode.